screen. Up and running. Okay, looks like we're good to go. I got the wrong thing up on the screen. There we go. All right. Excellent. Yeah, that's all working now. All right, great. Well, thanks everyone for connecting. Appreciate your patience here while we vet our people connecting to us. Just for context, I did have a incident yesterday with some scary stuff on the screen. So I'm being a little more careful about making sure we are all legitimate here best we can. So let's get started. This is the City of Glendale's water rate hearing. So we are in docket 2260 WR105, the City of Glendale, and its application for authority to adjust water rates. This is Mike Newmark, Administrative Law Judge with PSC, and we are connected through Zoom. We have the utility, its consultant, commission staff, and members of the public in attendance. We are creating the record today. That's the documents we identify and verify under oath as exhibits, and comments we receive live from the commission, staff, utility, and members of the public. The public is also invited to file written comments. You can do so by Tuesday, June 11th, and the instructions on how to make a comment are on the notice of hearing. That can be done by filing it on the commission's website or mailing it to us. We do have 10 comments in writing so far, so that's great. I'm glad we got some public interest in this case, and we're here to take more and hear more. But at this point, we're going to move on with the utilities documents and get those entered into the record. We'll do the same for commission staff, and then we'll open up the session for public comment. So I have a list of documents that commission staff has identified for the record. There's 14 filings from the utility, 2 from staff. The first 2 on the utilities list are the public hearing documents. Those are verified already, so I can accept those as exhibits. Then the rest of the documents, 3 through 14 on the screen share, are more technical, related to the application, and some follow-up correspondence with commission staff. So who do we have from the utility that's qualified to verify documents, those application-related documents under oath today?
Yeah, Michael, this is Eric. I can testify to their accuracy.
Okay, great, thank you. So I'm going to swear you in first, so raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, so I just need your name and title, please.
Yeah, name is Eric Fulsus. I am a consultant with City Water. We are helping the City of Glendale prepare the application for water rates.
Okay, and can you see the screen share?
I can.
Okay, so we have documents listed for the utility numbered 3 through 14. Are you familiar with those?
I am.
Are they complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
They are.
Okay, so I'll just open up an opportunity for you to comment. Is there anything you'd like to add to the record?
No, I have no further comments.
Okay, and it's also an opportunity for other representatives of the utility to comment. So anything from our other utility personnel here or consultants? Nothing. Okay, that's fine. So move on to commission staff. We'll start with the revenue requirement exhibit. So Troy Gaza, we'll swear you in. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
And can you confirm that the PSC revenue requirement exhibit is complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
All right, and any comments?
No comments at this time.
Okay. Cost service study and rate design, Alex Hanna, swear you in. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Can you confirm that the cost service study and rate design exhibit is complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
All right. Any comments?
I have no comments at this time.
All right, great. All right, so we will return now to the public here. I did have one person in the waiting room. I'm going to try letting them in. See how this goes. Okay, I see Richard Diaz has joined us now, and what I've been asking members of the people who join us into the hearing, just to identify themselves. So if you could unmute and let me know who you are, if you're a member of the public, we can set you up with that identity. But I do need to confirm you are who you say you are before I let you remain in the hearing. Okay. There you are. Hi, Richard. Oh, wait, where'd you go? I saw you there. So I just wanted to know if you're a member of the public, if you wanted to make a comment at the end of the hearing.
Hi, yes, I actually just learned about this from the news last night and am curious to learn more about the proposed rate hike. I work for the Blue Green Alliance and have been following water affordability cases across the country. So this was news to me and interested in learning more.
Okay, great, thanks. So yeah, this is a moment now as part of the hearing to take public comments. We do have a list of people here that I've identified as being part of the public, so we're gonna unmute each one. The way Zoom sets this up, it's basically alphabetical, I think. So if you've been waiting, apologize, but we'll just go down the list top to bottom. In terms of getting more information in the case, so that what we're here today to do is just get your opinion on the case. There's more information in the documents that we have online, which we've identified on our notice of hearing. So there's the more information section, documents and schedule. I can just click it and you'll see it brings you to a documents page where you can view the documents in the case. So these are all the documents we have on file so far. So what I can have the utility do before we begin the public comments, just give a brief overview of what's driving the costs that are the basis for their request. That would be useful, I think, so people just, if they don't know already, just get a context of what the utility is asking for and why. But otherwise, I mean, we're not going to get into all the details, but if people have specific questions, we can certainly address those. The main purpose here, though, is just to get your opinion on the case, hopefully after you've reviewed the documents and had understanding of what the request was about. So let me get back to our notice here. Okay, so let me just return to the utility then. I don't know if Eric, you are want to jump in here, or someone else from the utility, just explains just our basic drivers costs and why we're here today.
Yeah, I can certainly give a brief explanation. So as it was included in the public notice,
Ask you to turn.
Sorry, I turned that off. As was in the public notice, the city of Glendale, or the Glendale Water Utility, hasn't gone in for a full rate case since 2015. So there's been almost 10 years at this point since the last conventional rate case application was filed. And since then, just increased costs on capital infrastructure replacement, whether that's water main replacement, costs associated with the North Shore water treatment plant that are shared by Glendale, have increased almost 50% with the capital investment. And then operating expenses have increased over 25% since 2015. So without the rate increase, or without any rate increase since then, the utility is just not in as secure of a financial position. So what's driving this rate increase isn't necessarily a single large project, but just general increases in rates to cover, operating and capital expenses that happen on an annual and ongoing basis.
Okay, and then just in terms of auditing those costs, I mean, what assurances do customers have that the increases are average with other utilities in the area, or what kind of comparisons checks were made in terms of what the forecasted costs are going to be?
Yeah, so City Water, Tom and myself, we help out a number of utilities, and we've helped out a number of utilities with these rate increases. And given that there hasn't been a rate increase since 2015, the PSC does allow, and I don't want to get maybe too in the weeds here, but the PSC does allow simplified rate increases, which Glendale is not taking advantage of, and those range anywhere from 3 to 8%, depending on what the PSC sets. So when you look at what the incremental increases could have been over the last 10 years compared to what we are requesting at this point, it kind of compounds and seems reasonable at that time. And just in general, the state of the water industry right now, costs are increasing. We're seeing supply chain costs increase, material costs increase, and there's additional regulations that are ongoing, lead and copper, PFAS, in the industry as well. So there's just industry wide, costs are increasing across the board.
Okay, and I guess what I was trying to get at, and probably my inartful question, but do you use an industry index, or what do you use to kind of tag those costs to make sure that they're reasonable, in a reasonable range of predictions?
Yeah, I guess we don't use an index specifically, but as part of the application process with PSC does index or look at, costs that seem out of place compared to utilities across the state for the same class size, whether that's class A, B, C, or D. And so anything that, varies either year to year by 15% or more, or seems drastically out of place with what utilities across the state are seeing, we explain to commission staff and have to provide some backup. So anything that was out of the ordinary was addressed. And as an aside, any large projects, as you know, but for the general public, any large projects that exceed a certain dollar amount also need PSC staff approval. Everything that is being done is regular operation and maintenance, or annual water main replacement cost. Any large single project that exceeds that regulatory set amount does need permission before we can proceed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we're not looking at any big projects embedded in these proposals.
No. This rate case is not involved with any large project, which would require that construction authorization. This is solely basically to bring rates up and put the utility in a better financial position with just the increased operation, maintenance, and ongoing capital costs since the last full increase.
Okay. All right. Great. Thanks. So hopefully with a little more background here, if the public didn't have a chance to review all the documents, and some of them being fairly technical as well. So that overview would provide you with some context. Just curious if commission staff had anything they wanted to add to that.
No, I think you did a good job explaining it. So,
all right, great, thanks. All right, so we'll begin with public comments. I'm going to go down the list of the people currently in the Zoom. So we did have B. Swanson. So if you can unmute, just let us know if you want to make a comment.
Yes, my name is Brian Swanson,
Okay.
1820 West Wayside Drive, Glendale, Wisconsin, 53209.
All right, can I ask you to, you have your screen there. All right, perfect. So I'm going to swear you in and then have you comment. So raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, perfect. Could you just stop moving around again?
Sorry,
I
apologize for that.
I watch you. Sorry. Perfect. All right, go ahead with your comment.
I think this is a rather hefty single-time rate increase that the utility is requesting of the public to swallow. I'm not sure why a phased rate increase was not considered the last time there was a rate case presented to the commission. Whoever that deciding body was at that time should consider a phased increase instead of this one-time increase for all of us to have to swallow, and also for the utility to consider cost-cutting measures to help decrease their costs as well. Thank you.
Okay, great. So I have one vote for phased in increase. Thanks for adding your comment to that. All right, so I'll unmute you now, or I'll mute you now. Turn off your video. We'll move on down the list here. We have Gustav Holtz, member of the public. Did you wish to comment now? I hope you can hear me. I know you had you're in a strange, kind of a disruptible location there with ambient noise, but can you hear me, Gustav? Well, we'll skip down. We'll get back to you again, just in case you change your mind here. So Lori Pardo, member of the public, do you wish to comment? Okay, see you there. And can you turn your screen on? Oh, we're having trouble hearing you. Yeah, you're not coming in very clear.
Can you hear me now?
That's better. Yep. Can you
Okay.
put your screen on, or you have a problems doing that?
Don't know if we can or not.
Okay. All right. That's fine. No worries. So let me swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. So just give us your name and comment.
My name is Lori Pardo. My husband is with me. His name is Christopher. We live at 1057 West Kendall Avenue here in Glendale. I have nothing. We have nothing to say.
Well, no, we do.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on here.
Do I have to be sworn in?
Yeah. I'll swear you in too. So raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. Give us your name too.
Give us your what?
Your name.
Your name.
Christopher Pardo.
All right. Go ahead.
I was surprised that I had found out about this on the news. I do have a copy of my water bill, which was mailed to me. I don't understand why we didn't receive any notice other than whatever the public notice was. Was it by Zoom? I'm not really sure. Also, to wait almost 10 years and then put the burden on the taxpayer in a lump sum strikes me as being odd for an agency that obviously is, keeping track of things daily and monthly and yearly. So I'm just a little surprised that my water bill would go up 49% or almost, in my case, $600 or $700 a year. I find that questionable as far as your procedure and waiting for that to happen. And now we have the state and the city, and then there's no one from the county here to discuss this. But yeah, that would be about all.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate the comment. I guess I'm just curious if maybe staff can just let me know. So the city, what class utility are they?
Glendale is a class,
Oh,
sorry, my video's off again. Glendale is a class AB utility.
Okay.
This
So did
is Alex Judge Newman. Glendale's requirement per 210 is to display it in an advertisement in the newspaper, which they did. They actually bill quarterly, so
Okay.
the bill by monthly by envelope wasn't a
Okay.
requirement. Yep.
Okay, great. Thanks for clarifying that. Yeah, so just so the public knows, our person there, was it Christopher Pardo or Mr. Pardo was took issue with the notice of hearing, and I just confirmed with staff that although if people didn't get the notice, they obviously feel like they did not receive proper notice. The notice that the utility did provide did match our administrative rules, which is that utilities that bill quarterly can notice the public by publishing the hearing location and time, the details of the hearing in the newspaper, which they did. So we do have that publication on file. So I hear your frustration, but I do wanted to note that they did comply with the regulations, so. Just go down the rest of our list here. So we had Mark Anderson. I think you're next on our list.
I wouldn't have much to add. My consent is with the rest of the public.
Okay, that's good to know. All right, we note that. And keep going down. Richard Diaz, it's your turn if you'd like to unmute and give us your comment.
No comments. Thank you.
Okay. Richard Rogers, any comment from you? Ask you tell.
No comment at this
No
time.
Okay, thanks. And Derek Steiner, any comment you'd like to make? That was a phone caller, so you'll need to unmute by pressing *6.
Okay. I guess my question, aside from the regulation, I think for
Let me swear you in first, and we can proceed. Okay, so raise your right hand.
Okay.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, so just give us your name for the record and go ahead.
Derek Steiner, 7001 Brayburn Lane in Glendale.
Okay.
Just a couple of quick things. I think the regulation about posting it in the newspaper in this day and age really needs to be updated. Mailing out a notice to ratepayers seems reasonable, and I think Glendale is switching to monthly billing. But greater than that, I think, and I know that there's not going to be a lot of data shared. But I work with a company that works with utilities across the country, when they're facing these kind of things. And my questions would be around, whether a water audit was done recently. What is the percentage of non-revenue water that we have in Glendale? There's talking about operational cost savings. Has the decision been made to go to an AMI system to cut down on meter readings? When we first moved to Glendale in 2007, I asked about paying a water bill through the website and online, and they said they were working on it. And it took probably another 10 years before they finally did it. So, I think there are some operational savings that can be made through, switching to an AMI system. I know there's a capital cost with that, but another question would be like, what is the average age of water meters in the city? When were those last updated? Can water savings be made through that project, through say a performance contract, and save money that way?
Okay, well, you raised a number of great issues. Did you, anything else?
No, like I said, I understand that rate increases happen. But a lot of times what we have seen is that they happen and the utility doesn't go back and look at, where they're losing water. And it can be kind of a shock to people when their water rates are going up, and then they find out that the local water utility, wherever it happens to be, is losing, 30% of the water that they produce through leaks and through theft and other instances. So I would just want to verify, I guess, that the utility has kind of chased all those things down and uncovered all those rocks and found savings that way. Okay.
Well, yeah, we'd like to hear. I think the utility can address that. They've been working towards implementing any operational efficiencies, or if this rate increase is in part to handle any water loss issues. Who wants to go first? I see you all there. So,
Eric, do you want to take
Tom.
this, or do you want me to? Oh, you got it, Tom. Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah,
Tom,
I
let
can
me
make it.
swear
So-
you in. I don't
Okay.
think I don't know if I swear you in yet, but let me do it now.
Yeah.
Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
We do.
All right, yeah. Just give us your name and comment.
Tom Nunnig, representative with the city of Glendale. So there are a number of things that were mentioned in that last public comment.
Yes.
So as far as the non-revenue water rates or water loss for the utility, for the 2023 report, we're reporting about 8% of our non-revenue water, which is significantly lower than in previous years. In 2020 or 2019, 2020 is the last time that utility did a full meter change. And so all the meters that the utility customers have are very new. And also they installed the AMI system. And so we do have letters that go out to our residents that have continuous use. The utility is putting in a lot of these cost-saving measures that were talked about already. And as far as an online payment portal that's been in place, for a number of years now, we just switched it to a new, more customer-friendly portal as well that will be letting our customers know in the next utility billing that goes out. So the utility has done over the last 3 years, in my opinion, a very good job in working on reducing their non-revenue water and making sure that we're cutting our costs as much as we can.
Okay, great. I just wanted to ask you, Tom, you got a background up on your screen, right? You're not wherever it looks like you are.
Oh, no, yeah, sorry. It's just a background, right?
Okay, great. It was pretty obvious, but I just want to be sure we're all on the same page. All right. So, Carl, did you have a comment? Let me swear you in and we can take that from you. If you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right. State your name for the record and go ahead.
So this is Carl Warwick, the city administrator. Tom, thanks. You followed through and said most of the enhancements that we've done over the last couple of years. I'll just add one other thing is this year we've invested some money to find out where the leaks occur in the city. We hired a leak detection company to try to even further reduce the lost water that we have. So we have identified some leaks in the system that will be corrected this year as well.
All right, great, thanks. All right, well, I'm glad we addressed some of that operational efficiency question. Thanks, Derek, for raising that.
All right, thank you much.
Yeah, go ahead. That's it. All right, so I think I have so far on our list, we have everyone I've polled who want, so far, everyone in Zoom I've polled, we've given a chance to comment. We do have 2 people in the waiting room here, so I'm gonna try them as well. Hold on tight. We'll see. We'll see if we get someone to respond to us. So I see Steve Bacon's with us now. I'm not sure what I'm seeing here. So I have Steve joined us. Lori Pardo's on screen. But we've given you a chance to comment. So is this did you already comment, the person with Lori Pardo's screen name? Yeah, you're muted. Let me unmute you here.
Yes, I did comment though.
You did comment. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stop your screen, your video then, and we're just looking at checking new people here. So you have Steve Bacon. I see you're with us now. I'm going to unmute you. Try to unmute you. Did you want to make a comment, Steve? We're at the City of Glendale water rate case. Okay.
At this time, I don't have a comment. I'm just listening in.
Okay. Okay, well, yeah, so I saw your name come up fairly recently. We've been trying to get people into the system here. We started a bit late, but we're almost at the end of the hearing. So one thing I can tell you is that we do have the hearing recorded on our YouTube channel if you want to go back and review it. And there's still, if you're not prepared to comment at this time, you can still file a written comment up until Tuesday. And then the details for doing that's on the screen share right now. It shows you the link for our website and also the mailing address. So we do have one more person in the waiting room. I'm going to let them in. Okay, I see iPhone MKW. If you are available, let me know. We just need to identify you and ask you if you'd like to make a comment today. This is the City of Glendale water rate case, the Public Service Commission. Any desire to comment now? Okay. So if you're not going to respond, I'll need to remove you from the Zoom. But we are closing out here. So like I mentioned before, for people who have missed some of the hearing, the entire hearing will be on our YouTube channel for review. Oh, are you, someone dropped out. Okay, so the entire hearing will be on the YouTube channel for review, and you can still comment up until Tuesday, June 11th. So Melvin, we're gonna need to disconnect you if you don't respond. All right, so no other people in the waiting room. There we go. Looks like we're done with our hearing. I do appreciate everyone for their patience and their intelligent participation here. I think the record is a good one, and we will be forwarding this to the decision maker in the case. Like I mentioned, I believe I mentioned before, we'll forward that to Andy Galvin, the division administrator for the Division of Water Utility Regulation and Analysis. Administrator Galvin will make a decision, and a written order based on that decision will be issued. It'll be emailed to the utility and posted on the commission's website. Again, it'll be available using this link that I have on the screen share where the documents are located. So if there's anything else, if there's nothing else, we'll adjourn. Doesn't appear to be. So thank you very much, everyone. We're adjourned, and take care.